Hey everybody, how you doing today? Welcome to Beetle Brad's channel. Well, today from my title, hopefully you can tell what I'm talking about. So, we're talking about the very first CD I ever got. CDs came in pretty early on in the 80s, and I was disappointed because I was a true vinyl person at that point. I still really liked vinyl a lot. Still bought vinyl, really enjoyed it. And then when CDs flipped over and vinyl was getting very hard to find at record stores, I finally gave in and broke in and bought a CD. At that time, CDs were quite expensive. They really were. So to buy a CD, you really kind of had to save up and kind of be ready and know that that's exactly the CD you wanted. But being a big collector, I enjoyed the Beatles and Stones and Beach Boys and Dave Clark 5 and Hermits and Doors and Bob Dylan. I do like a lot of those groups. Even though I'm big Beatles and Elvis, I did like listening to them, but I just couldn't see buying a CD that was close to $20 at that time for buying that. So I'm probably going to shock a lot of you to show you that this is the very first CD that I bought. And it's the Buckinghams' Greatest Hits. I do like the Buckinghams. This is a very good, very nice CD. Really enjoy it. It's got a lot of tracks on it, a lot of really good tracks. It starts off with Don't You Care, which is a really big hit. It's a great song. It's very Beatle-y. I think the whole album, the whole CD, I should say. See, I'm so used to saying album and vinyl. Even this sounds very Beatle-y in the whole process of listening to this. Another big song that sticks out for me is a song called Susan. Susan's a great song. It's really got a great song. And in the middle of Susan, which is kind of neat, in the middle of the song, it kind of has a Beatles flavor to where they kind of do this psychedelic swirling music or different instruments and all that kind of stuff. So I really feel like that was definitely a period piece for the Buckinghams to sound Sgt. Pepper kind of sounding, kind of a, you know, more avant-garde, really kind of crazy out there than the regular style that the Buckinghams had. And I remember getting this being my first CD, and it was really great. And the big deal about CDs that I was kind of interested in was a lot of them on the back of the CD would say ADD or DDD. And if you got an ADD, it was an analog taken from the analog tapes. And it was kind of like, oh, no big deal. But if you got a DDD, it was a true digital download disc. I didn't find too many of those. They were actually very expensive to get DD discs. I don't know if you all remember those or not. In the early 80s, that's kind of really when CDs started taking off and really started taking forth the music scene. And it's a sad thing we lost vinyl in lots of ways back then. But today, in 2019, I'm really glad that vinyl is still really strong and really coming forth and really being a great thing to have. Because, yeah, CDs are exactly what they are. They're compact discs. The convenience of having a CD if you're in the car or just want to listen to them. I'm not knocking CDs. I'm not putting them down. But yeah, the convenience of them is great. But the sound quality of CD, I feel, isn't as good as that smooth, clear vinyl sound that you get. But this is my very first CD that I got. So as I'm doing this video, I'm kind of pointing out to you and saying, what was your very first CD? Did you have a very special CD that really kind of sets out to you in your mind that, you know, you still have it and you still listen to it? And it's still a great CD. So do you have one that really sticks out in your mind that's just fabulous? Do you have this in your collection, the Buckinghams? If so, let me know about the Buckinghams. Comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this. This is a short video, that's for sure, because I'm just talking about one CD instead of a whole collection. Letting you know about that, of this being my first one. I know you know that by now. you don't need to hear me comment over and over about it. But also letting you know, I have stopped my chemo treatments of the cancer stuff. The treatments have been too intense to do every day, so they're going to down the dosage of doing it. So when I started off doing this, it was 400 cycles or whatever it was every day, and it was just too much for my body, and I broke out. For those of you who don't know, I broke out internally and just had bad itching. Well, to go forward, they're going to down the dosage and change that around to where I'll be taking that probably next week, not this week, but next week. They're going to start that and change it to 200, so to make it a whole lot easier on my system, and hopefully that'll work. And we're praying for a miracle that that'll take place, that this tumor in my stomach will shrink up. So a lot of you have asked of how I've been doing with the chemo and the cancer and all of that, and that's kind of where we stand right now. I'm just waiting for the medicine to arrive, and we'll be starting back into treatments and doing all that once again. But we definitely have to get it to shrink, because if they can't get it to shrink, what's happening is my tumor is growing inside my stomach, and I don't want them to have to take out my stomach with it, because if they do that, they take out your stomach and all of that stuff, and you can't eat anymore. Your digestive tract is no longer there. So when you eat, it just goes right through you, and it's kind of gross. But I mean, to go into all of that. So, but we do serve a miracle-working God, and he's still on the throne, and I do believe, without a doubt, and I've seen it with my other friends and other family members, that God still does heal. So we are definitely praying for a miracle, and my friends and those of you on YouTube that watch my channel regular, you're praying as well. And I do feel your prayers, and I do appreciate it very, very much. So it's kind of an update of where I am right now, but I'm going to go listen to the Buckinghams, because like I said, I haven't heard this in quite a long time. So this is my first one, like I said. So let me know down below, comment, what was your very first CD? Did you have a different one? Bet you thought mine was going to be Beatles, didn't you now? I know, kind of crazy to think mine wasn't Beatles. But yeah, it's kind of fun stuff. So, this is the song that I like a lot. It's Susan. I'm going to rock out with this. I said Susan. I'm sorry. Hey baby, they're playing my song. Playing our song. Yeah, like I said, you can tell how long I haven't listened to it. All right, vinyl community. Y'all take care, and we'll talk again. And as I say on my channel, I'm out of here. Take care, everybody. See ya.